to know how our company was founded. I strongly recommend you, if you really want to know more about the company, buy the book, The Coach, with R. Williams. Let's start with this. R. Williams says, I'm not telling you it is going to be easy, but I'm telling you it is going to be worth it. See, back on the day, let's start with this. In 1965, R. Williams' father suddenly died of a heart attack. He had a whole life insurance policy that left their family underinsured. 5 years later, R. Williams' cousin, Ted Harrison, introduced him to the concept of term life insurance, a much less expensive and simpler alternative to a whole life, which at that time was almost never sold and rarely heard of outside the insurance industry. R. Williams joined his cousin at ITT Financial Services in 1970. By June of 1973, 6 months before, ITT went out of business, and he left and went on board with Weidel and Reed, another buy term and invest the difference company that saw early success. Let me tell you this: ITT Financial Services, per America, let's say, well, back on the day, R. Williams started recruiting a lot of people that they couldn't, they couldn't catch up with so many policies that America was selling at that time. And obviously, they went out of business. They weren't able to issue more policies. And then R. Williams moved to Weidel and Reed. Let's continue with this. Here is Per America, the original seven. On February 10, 1977, R. Williams and 85 associates founded their own company, A.L. Williams and Associates, on a simple philosophy: buy a term and invest the difference. And he convinced many customers to switch from their conventional whole life insurance to term policies. The company rapid growth and become the largest, listen to this, become the largest seller of life insurance in the United States. A.L. Williams became the Primerica Financial Services. The main article of Primerica history, R. Williams made a large portion of his fortune from investments, particularly in Citigroup, which he owned, listen to this, 21 million of share as of 2007. 21 millions of shares. Think about now. The shares, I don't want to do the math. The shares back on the day worth $14. Right now it's 130. 130, almost, I don't know, but it's a lot of numbers. That's why R. Williams right now is, inside of the top billionaires with B. He's a billionaire, just by doing what we do. All right, now let's continue. Here is, Primerica, the PRI, the IPO. PRI is not the Prix de Mexico. The IPO means initial public offering. See, these two guys, Rick Williams and John Edison, saved the company. Saved the company. Why? Because Citigroup wants to sell Primerica, to anybody who can pay. But they decide to file the IPO, initial public offering. And by doing that, Primerica went public April 2010, after the recession from the falling of the mortgages on 2008. But remember, the ripple effect doesn't affect right away the mortgages in 2008. The ripple effect was on 2010, 2011. Can you imagine right now, Primerica overcome the recession and become public, and right now He's on the top 1,000, 1,000 Russell 1,000 companies. He's on the S&P 500. See, all of these companies, there has to be top-notch companies in order to be, at the S&P 500. But let's continue with this. Here is Primerica. Let's go to the main topic, the Crusade. Primerica Crusade is buy a term and invest a difference. Buy a term and invest a difference. Cash value life insurance versus buy a term and invest the difference. This is part of the presentation, but let me tell you this. Listen to this. 100,000 life insurance coverage for John, 100,000 life insurance coverage for Mary is gonna be 225 for the next 35 years, from 35 to 65. Actually, it's gonna be 30 years. Now, look at this. Buy a term and invest the difference. 250,000 for each of them. Instead of paying, 225, they're gonna pay $80. By paying $80, they're gonna free up money. $145 a month, earning 9% rate of return. They're gonna end up with 265,000. See, it's a lot. It's a lot better. I'm gonna show you in a little bit an example, and let me start with this. Well, I'm gonna show you this example at the end of it. See, but now, cash value life insurance versus buy a term and invest the difference. This is common sense. Listen, when you do the math, you multiply 225 times 225 times 12 is going to be 2,700 times 30 years is going to be 81,000. By them investing 81,000, if nothing happened to them for the next 30 years, from 35 to 65, they're going to get back not even how much they invest. They're going to get back $76,000. But let's say our philosophy is using the same amount of money. Instead of give them 100,000, we're going to give them 250. 250,000 for each of them, almost 3 times triple, almost triple. And listen to this. This is a huge difference. On this side of the equation, if something happened to Mary, John is gonna collect the 100,000, but they're gonna lose the savings. In other words, either you're gonna collect the death benefit or the savings, but you won't be able to collect both. Would you like to pay for 2 and just get 1 benefit? In other words, if you go to the store, especially if you're a woman, and you get a pair of shoes, Louis Vuitton, and when you get home, you get just 1 shoe. Would you be okay? Would you be satisfied that you pay for 2 and you're gonna get just 1 shoe? Definitely not, right? It's the same with this. If I pay for 2 benefits, I should get both benefits. But unfortunately, that is the hiding small letters, or they make a whole life insurance. They made it so complicated that you won't be able to understand. You and I, as an ordinary person, without taking exam of a life insurance, without having experience that we train, it's impossible for you to understand those policies. Those policies, even I took one of the policies to one of my friends that he's a lawyer, and he says, you know what, my specialty is traffic ticket, bankruptcies, and divorce. I don't know nothing about this. They not even know how the policies work. But let's go to plan B. Buy a term and invest the difference. 250,000, a lot of more protection for less money. $80. $80. 145 $145 earning 9% rate of return. You're gonna end up with 265,000. See, nothing happened to you. You collect the, let's say, the money, but now you say 81,000. You invest 81,000 in both policies. Something happened to you. There is a half a million between the two of them. Nothing happened. You have 265,000. My my question is, which program would you want? And obviously, you don't. It's not a, it's not even a complicated question. The only thing that if you have 5 or 6 cents, with 1 cent that you can use, you can make a wise decision. All right. Obviously, plan A or plan B. Definitely plan B. Now, let's go to the next one. How do we kill all of these policies? Listen, we have I usually have a lot of third party opinions. Third party, I would like to do a research and show people that it is not us, it's the experts. Dave Ramsey, he's on the, let's say, on the men's side, he's one of the gurus who train, one of the gurus, one of the financial planners that is really, really, let's say, he has a lot of followers. He's been helping our community tremendously. Dave Ramsey said all of this. Listen to this. How does term insurance works? If anyone depends on your income right now, you need term life insurance. It protects your family by replacing income, which makes the term life one most important parts of your financial game plan. In other words, if you ask me, Raul, what does life insurance means? I'm gonna answer with a simple question. Let's say we talk about leadership. What does leadership means? Influence. What does life insurance means? Income protection. If you're a little bit more technical, sometimes we don't use the words life insurance. What we use is income protection. Income protection. Why? Let me give you an example. How much life insurance do I need? You need 10 to 12 times that you 12, 10 or 12 times more as from your yearly income in term life insurance. When that money is invested well, your family can live comfortably on the return of that investment. For many people, 20-year term is just right. In other words, remember, this is the insurance part. If I make 50,000, you know, and with this, with this, let's say, with this challenge that we're going through with the COVID-19, a lot of people is more open. Is more open to listen to you about life insurance. Uh, Alguien ya le rayó aquí en mi. All right, guys. All right, here is how much life insurance. Let's use 10 as a base number. You need 10 times more than how much you make a year. Not even go to 12. Let's go to 10. If you make 10, 50,000 a year, um, if you make 50,000 a year, obviously you multiply by 10, it's gonna be half a million. Why? Because if I pass away, automatically, my wife is gonna invest the money on a mutual fund where she's gonna be able to make 10% rate of return. 10% rate of return on a half a million is gonna be 50,000 a year. What we are doing is protecting my income. Protecting my income. How am I gonna protect my income? having 10 times of protection from how much I make a year. Let's do the simple math. You make 50,000, you need half a million. Something happened to you, your wife invests that money on a mutual fund with a 10% rate of return, it's gonna give your family 50,000 a year forever. Now, whole life insurance is a ripoff. That's what Dave Ramsey says. Whole life insurance, he called it as it is. It's a ripoff. Here is ripoff. It often costs hundreds of dollars more a month and include a savings plan. Remember, listen to this. It's not an investment. Includes a savings plan with a terrible return. Instead of instead, pay a fraction of term life insurance and save or invest what would you have paid for whole life insurance. In other words, buy a term and invest the difference. Buy a term and invest the difference. Buy a term and invest the difference. Why do you need term life insurance? Term life insurance is a part of the good defensive game plan. You know, when you are planning for retirement, when you're planning your financial GPS is gonna take you from point A to point B. How are you gonna play defense? Hey, in case something happened to me, I have my life insurance. I hope nothing happened to me and live up to 100 years of 100 years of age, or possibly more. I'm gonna be ready with my retirement, and I'm gonna talk about retirement in a minute. But let's go to this. Susie Orman, you need to use a lot of tools, and obviously you get out of the equation because when you go to visit families, a lot of people they take it personally, and they start telling you, "Oh, that's your opinion." No, Dave Ramsey, he does a lot of seminars, and there is another guru on the woman's side, Susie Orman. What does Susie Orman think about term and whole life insurance? Update on March 9, 2018. We love Susie Orman here, and not just because she used to be roommate with John Belushi. What we really love about Susie Orman is that she gives one of the most practical advice that is very useful for the majority of Americans. She's been criticized in the past for being too simplistic, but sometimes you have to focus on basic in order to inspire change. In one of the episodes of her show, a woman asked Susie Orman, if she had her husband should cancel the variable life insurance from a permanent life insurance, sum as a whole life. And what she says that their financial advisor signed them up for. And the first thing that Orman says, find yourself a non-financial advisor. Watch those videos from Susie Orman, and the first advice that she's gonna give you, if you have a whole life, fire your financial planner, fire your insurance agent. Why? Because they thinking about their commission. They don't think about helping you. The case against whole life insurance. Orman went on a say that she has on her hate list of investment and products that she absolutely uh, hated. Why? In Orman's opinion, they do nothing for you and everything for the salesperson. If you give them a whole life insurance, let's say me as an agent, if I sell a whole life, variable life, I'm gonna get paid 5 times if I help a family with a term insurance. In other words, you're gonna make less commission, but you are not doing the right thing for the consumer. On this Hay list are three types of permanent life insurance, which is variable life insurance, universal life insurance, and whole life insurance. She says these three three investments that they call investment, but in reality is life insurance. On this Hay list are three types of permanent life insurance that I really hate: variable life insurance, universal life insurance, and whole life insurance. See, Susie Orman doesn't hate all life insurance. Quite the contrary. In fact, she believes the only type of life insurance you should bother with is the term insurance. The only type of policy that you should get for your own family is term insurance. Why? Because it's gonna protect you for a lot of more protection for less monthly premium. Listen, guys, you need to go with these guys, do your own research about what Susie Orman says about life insurance and why she strongly recommend buy a term and invest the difference. As well, you need to check it out with Dave Ramsey. They have videos. You know, when you go to an appointment, just Google it and open it. Dave Ramsey Life Insurance, Susie Orman Life Insurance, and just play the video to your clients. And they're gonna find out that it's not you, it's the experts. Remember, it's better for you to use a third party instead of you give them your opinion. Just let them know, hey, let me do a research. Let's see what the expert says. It's not me, it's them. You want to pick a fight? Go and fight with them, not with me. Now, where are we going to invest the difference? It's a little outdated, this information, but it's just for a great example. What we do with the difference? What we're going to do with the difference is so simple. Let's listen to this. Category, there is two categories. Usually, there is a lot of types of IRAs, but the most common is traditional IRA and Roth IRA. You need to know all of this, and especially I strongly recommend you to open your own IRA. 2018 contribution limit is up to 5,500. Right now, 2019 went up to 6,000 if you are under. If you are under 50, it's 5,500. Remember, now it's 6,000. If you are 50,000, I'm sorry. If you are 50 years of age, 50 years and above, you can contribute 6,500. Now it's 7,000. Let's go and find out this. Traditional IRA is tax deductible. Roth IRA is not tax deductible. Let me run that out with this. Traditional IRA give you the benefit up front. Let's say you make 50,000 and you invest 5,000. You invest 5,000 this year. Instead of you paying taxes on 50,000, you're gonna pay taxes on 45,000. Now, not deductible doesn't help you at all up front, but it's gonna help you at the back end. Earnings, both are tax deferred. Retirement withdrawals. At the age of 59 and a half, you can withdraw your money, but every single penny that you withdraw, you're gonna pay taxes. Why? Because we call this the traditional IRA. We call pre-tax. Before they do the deductions, your partners, remember, if you work corporate, you have 4 partners. One is Social Security, second is federal, 4 is FICA, and the 4th is state. You've been taxed 4 times out of your gross income. When you say I make $10 an hour, in reality, you not really make $10 an hour. You make approximately $7 an hour. The other $3 is for your partners, FICA, Social Security, um, so, FICA, Social Security, state taxes, and Medicare. Medicare is the other one. Listen to this. Retirement withdrawals are taxable. After 59 and a half, the Roth IRA is tax-free. Let's say if you're gonna end up with $1 million by 59 and a half and you withdraw the whole amount, you don't pay not even a penny. If you withdraw the $1 million by 59 and a half, you need to pay taxes on that money. Now, distributions, let's say if you have, let's say if you got money and they're gonna force you, if you have a traditional IRA, they're gonna force you to withdraw part of your money by 70 and a half. Roth IRA, there is no age requirement. You can continue to have it, by 70 and a half. You can, if you have your Roth IRA, you can keep your Roth IRA still growing. In other words, in order for you to find out which one would be better for you, traditional IRA or Roth IRA, obviously you need to talk to me with somebody who is licensed, and we're gonna find out, according to the suitability questions, which IRA would be better for you. All right? We're not like a one fit all. Not at all. Remember, you need, what we do, buy a trend, invest the difference. What is the vehicle that we use to invest the difference? IRAs, IRAs. All right? Now let me give you an example. Let me give you a great example. Listen to this. This is a great example. This guy was 22 years of age. And he said, you know what? Let's start saving money, maximize my IRA. He was doing contributions of 5,500, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. 8 years he was doing contributions of 5,500. And let's say, look at this. If you multiply 5,500, you can double check. 5,500 times 8 is 44,000. How much would be out of pocket? 44,000. Let's say he starts savings, and after college, he graduated at the age of 22, and start doing his or her contributions from 22 to 29, 8 years. And he said, you know what, I'm gonna get married. And he doesn't touch that money. Stop the contributions. By 29, he got 67 grand, but he let it grow. 0 contributions. By 67, he got 2 million. Listen to this, 2 million. And we're gonna find out here, 9% rate of return, guys. Think about this. We have funds that have been paying 16 to 70% for the past 10 years. Can you imagine? But it used to be on the safe side. Let's use 9%. The other guy, he says, you know what? Let's play now and pay later. Not really pay, because he's gonna end up with 1.8 million, but he need to invest more. From 22 to 29, what he does is investing zero investment for the first 8 years, and after the 8 year, he's gonna start doing contributions of a 5,500. If we go all the way down from 30 to 67, it's gonna be 37 years doing contributions of 5,500, and out of pocket is going to be $209,000. On the other side is 44,000. Now, listen, start doing the contributions, and by 67, both of these guys, they 22 years of age. He start earlier and he start a little bit late. He's gonna end up with 1.8 million, and he's gonna end up with 2 million. Remember, time is crucial. Time could be your best friend, or time could be your worst enemy. See, can you imagine people, they want to start saving at the age of 60? In my opinion, it's too late. See, starting at the age of 30. This giving you an example, but let's go by the end result. This is start 22 for 8 years, full contribution, 5,500, 44,000 total, and he's gonna end up with 2 million. This guy started at the age of 30, and he's gonna contribute $209,000, and he's gonna end up with 1.8 million. You see, time and investment could be your worst enemy or could be your best friend. Let's continue with this, and we're gonna have time for questions at the end of it. Now, cash flow quadrant. Look at this. Cash flow quadrant. Robert Kiyosaki. Be an employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. Employee has a job, income based on position, not on the person. Self-employed owns a job, like a handyman, like a dentist, doctor, lawyer. Oh no, it's lawyer. A lawyer, hairstylist, real estate agent, salesperson. They are lone rangers. But even, self-employed is much, much better to be an employee. But it's not a total answer. Let's go to the business. Business owner owns a system. That's what we're gonna show you guys. Develop a system that work like a machine. See, like a money making machine. Business own a system, has other working for him or her, unlimited income potential via manufacturing, marketing, etc. Investor has money working for him or for her, enjoys freedom, and has the opportunity to achieve their dreams. Let's start with this. Let me give you my own experience. Be an employee. I was working as a forklift driver. Somebody sold me the idea to get my license and start making money on a part-time basis. How do you can sell this opportunity? It's so simple. Some people, we have a lot of bullies. They ask me, "Hey, Raul, are you rich yet? Are you a millionaire yet?" And you know what was my answer when they asked me, "Hey, what is it that you do?" I work 8 hours as a forklift driver to pay my bills, and work 8 to 5 to pay my bills, and 5 to 10 to build my business, 5 to 10 to build my wealth. And I was employee and self-employed part-time. And by the time I was making more money as a self-employed, automatically quit my job and I start making money on my own efforts. But one day, Ruben Rodriguez, one of my RVPs, I call him and I ask him, "Hey, Ruben, what is the game plan? What is your activity for today?" And he says, "You know what, Raul? We have to, we're scheduled to close 2 loans. We used to do loans back in the day, and 2 life insurance. And I had a self-employed mentality, and I want to take control of everything. And guess what I did? I get mad when Ruben told me, "You know what, Raul? You didn't answer the phone, and I closed the 2 loans and the 2 life insurance on my own." And I said, "What the heck you're doing, Ruben? I should be with you." But God, uh, I don't know, God give me the wisdom to understand what does be a business owner. I was doing another closing with a different people, and guess what? When he told me, I get mad, but at the same time, I pull my car, pull over my car, get my calculator. But back on the day, we didn't have calculator on the phone, and I start doing the math. That night, I make $3,500 without being with Ruben, and that's when all of this starts. And I say, you know what? What I need, I don't want to be self-employed. What I need to be is having more Rubens, and that changed my mentality to be self-employed to business owner. And my question is this: would you like to make $100 out of your own effort, or would you like to make $100,000 a year out of your own efforts, or would you like to make $100,000 a year out of others' effort? And I have so many answers. Some of them, they say, you know what, I want to make 100,000 out of my own efforts. They have the self-employed mentality. Our job is to work with them and take them from self-employed to business owner. Took me a while, guys, to change my mentality, but when I changed my mentality to be a business owner, now I can tell you this: life is good. We have 250 licensed representatives with us. Our goal is to get to 1,000 licensed agents by the end of 2021. That you think is crazy? Yes, it is crazy. But you know what? All the all my mentor says, if people they don't laugh about your goals and dreams is not big enough. And that's what we want: 1,000 license that are with 1,000 license inside the organization. We're gonna be able to make 100,000 a month. And let's go to the investor. Investor has money working for him or for her, enjoys freedom and the opportunity to achieve their goals and dreams. Investor, let me tell you this: MLMs, they claim to work the four quadrants. And let me tell you this: they miss the investor part. They call investor buying more product, but they not even know what does Rule 72 means. They not even know what does Rule 5025 means. They don't know what does 10 10 80 means. And that's why this business is unique. Teach you exactly how to do the transition from employee to self-employed business owner and then investor. See which two ways to earn income appeal to you the most. Where are the most people? Employee and self-employed. And what stopped them for making the transition? Let me tell you this: there is a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant from Robert Kiyosaki. He tells you more than 1,000 times how to do the transition. From have a employee mentality, self-employed mentality to business-oriented mentality and investor. And this what we focus on: be a business owner and invest your money. How do you do that? 10 10 80 10 10 80 10 10 80 10% for God, 10% pay yourself, and obviously have a lifestyle out of the 80% that you make. Let's continue. What time we supposed to stop? Agada, what time we supposed to stop? 8:45. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave room for questions, but I'm gonna fly on this. See, um, here is the 15 criterias, 15 points for ideal money making, multiple sources of income. If somebody asks you, hey, Raul, are you MLM? No, we're not multi-level marketing. What we categorize is MSI, multiple sources of income, multiple sources of income, multiple sources of income, MSI. We're constantly asked by working entrepreneurs for guidance in selecting the best business opportunities with a such wide and available we develop 15 points to consider assessing the potential of business ideas and the ideal money-making machine. This list, this list of points should be viewed and guideline. Not this list of points should be viewed as a guideline, not an absolute. Generally speaking, the more of the following points do you have, the more of the following points that your MSI business ideal possess, the greater the potential of success. See, I just have 9. Though I don't know what I did with my picture, but listen to this. Number 1, sell to the masses. Number 2, fulfill a fundamental need for many people. Be low risk. Provide the opportunity for ongoing passive income. Require low staff component. Having a stable, growing long-term demand. Have a low overhead cost. Have a low setup cost. And have a unique quality. I have it here. See, I'm gonna read the other ones. 15. Anyway, I don't have time anyway, but there is another 6 points. Another 6 points. And the most important thing, what it says, this picture, is that the only company who met the 15 criteria is Primerica. Just Google it, 15 points for ideal money-making multiple sources of income. And they're gonna tell you that Primerica has all these 15 criteria. Let's see what the, what is it? If you ask me, Raul, what is it that you guys do? We work exactly like brokers and agents. We just have 2 positions, agents and brokers. Listen to this. If you're an agent, your income potential is so limited. There is no secure. There is no time freedom. And let's say you're a broker and we replace the broker for a regional vice president. Let's say a broker at real estate, they charge 6% commission, broker fee. They sell a house of $100,000. There is a 6,000 of commission. You're the broker. There is six agents. And that way, this broker makes half of the commission. Listen to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 agents. Each of them sell a house. They're gonna split the commission with the broker. The broker, without doing anything, just invest time on train their agents. They sell 5 houses and he's gonna collect 3,000 per house. 3,000, 3,000, 3,000, 3,000. 3 times 5 is 15 grand that he collects doing nothing. If he decides to sell a house, he's gonna get the full commission. But listen to this. Would you like to make 100,000 out of your own effort, or would you like to make 100,000 out of other effort? Which would you rather be, agent or broker? Because with Primerica, we have what we call RVP and future RVP. You just need to plug into the system, learn the system, and take advantage of the system. It's so simple. The system is already in place. What you need to do is work the system. We have such an awesome system that you can work. You can work for your advantage. All right? 15,000 in override commission. All right, guys. 8:32. We're gonna have this open for questions. Let me go here. I think you can unmute yourself. On the meantime, let me see if I can do something from my phone. Any questions, guys? Now is the time. We're gonna start doing all of this every single week. Every Tuesday, we're gonna have a lot of different trainings. We're gonna prepare different trainings for you guys. See, for you guys. Let me see. Let me know if you. Let me show you one of the great things that we do. Very quick. Here is. I'm gonna go here. My pictures here. All right, guys. Listen to this. Here is. Let me see if we can do it like this. No, I don't see. Okay. Listen, let me finish with this. This guy, listen, he has a hundred. Oh, yeah, I can zoom it. And that is awesome. Listen to this. The longest the name, the worse of the policy. The longest the name, the worse of the policy. Flexible premium adjustable universal life insurance policy. Flexible premium adjustable universal life insurance policy. This guy, he's a male, 34 years of age, 155,000 life insurance protection. And let me see. Here is, okay, let's go to the next. Here is 150,000 life insurance protection. His preferred, elite preferred, 34. We go 150,000, 100, and let's see, he has a 20,000 life insurance protection for the kids. And what is it? 250,000 life insurance protection, 155 life insurance protection for him. How much he's gonna pay annually is $1,800, which is 150 every month for 155,000 life insurance protection and 20,000 for the kid. And they tell him that he's gonna be financially independent. He's gonna make a lot of money. Look at this. Look at this. Annual income, 1,800. 1,800 every year. The first 2 years, look at take a look at this. First year, he's gonna accumulate $849. Second year, 1,698. Third year, 2,548. But you know what? This universal life insurance, let me show you. Let me go back. What it says here, surrender charge. Surrender charge is if you want to take money out of your policy, you need to pay $2,200.78. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the first 5 years, he's gonna have kind of a penalty. $2,278.50. Now let me do the math. See, it's 22. How much was it? Anyway, aquí está. Anyway, vamos a ir aquí rápido. No tengo tiempo de hacer esa matemática, pero listen, here is 2,548. 2,548. 2,548. And here is, how much is the penalty? $22.78.50 minus $22.78.50. How much would be? $269. Now let me show you this. $269. How much he has here? At the third year, listen guys, third year is already invest this guy 1,800, you multiply by 3, it's gonna be 50, how much? 8 times 3, 24, 5,400. How much he's gonna end up with? 269. I don't think it's. I don't think this should be legal. But let's go. Let's go down. Listen. By the 20th year, he's gonna invest 36,000 with this policy, and how much money he can withdraw? 11,000. But let's say after 60 years of age, this policy is gonna let's say uh, renew it. It's gonna renew. We're gonna renew this policy, but are they gonna charge you according to your age? Anyway, we call the company, and by 63, he runs out of money. What it says here, guys, the asterisk, covered has expired without value. Universal life insurance, they are self-destroy. You contribute a lot of money and you end up with nothing. I don't think this is right for our community. We gotta go out and do what is right for the community. We gotta go out and replace all those universal life insurance, whole life insurance, adjustable. Remember, the longer the name, the worse of the policy. But look at what we did for this family. We give them, listen, it's 30 years of age policy, 30 years, 35, 35 years policy is for $244. What we did, we invest the difference, and I don't have the full chart, but listen, after 35 years, investing the difference, he's gonna end up with 761,000. Don't you think we make the difference? Don't you think we are the answer of the prayers for a lot of people like Carl Williams? You know, he's dead. He supposed to, he's supposed to get 10 times more than the whole life policy coverage. His life insurance policy, R. Williams' death policy covers 10,000 grand. What's a whole life? If they should get the right policy, his dad should have 10 times more, which is 100,000 life insurance protection. That was on 76. Now should be like about $700,000 protection. Guys, we do what is right for the consumer. Guys, we're the answer of our community. Why? Because people either they're gonna die too soon or they're gonna live too long. If they die too soon, they have the right protection. If they live too long, they're gonna have, money for their retirement. We gotta go out and help a lot of families. We need to overcome the fear and start talking to people. We need to overcome the fear and help our community, our family members. There is a lot of people that need all of this information. They need it. But we need more people to spread the word. We're about to finish. And, right now, as we're talking, we have people, let me open this. And but I'm open for questions, guys. I'm open for questions. Now is the time. Now is the time. Do you guys have any questions? Unmute yourself, guys. Alguien habla en la taza si tengo que abrir yo aquí. All right, guys. Let me see. Let me close all of this. Any questions? I should unmute all of them to see if they have questions. Questions. Mm-hmm. All right, now, any questions, guys?
No, I don't have any questions, but I learned a lot right now.
All right. Who is this one?
No, Luis.
Luis. All right, Luis. Yeah, I see your kids on the picture. Yeah, bro. Are you working?
Yeah, I'm working right now.
All right.
This is only temporary, temporary.
I know. But we're gonna have more of this training. Every week is gonna be different. But the main thing is that we as a leaders, we're gonna deliver for you guys. We're gonna bring a lot of great information, and it's gonna take us 7 months to train you, to fully train you. But I know after the 7 month, guys, you're gonna be independent RVP, not independent agent, independent RVP. Why? Because you're gonna have all the information, all the training that you need to go out and help more families, to train more people.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
All right.
Like you said, this is only temporary.
That's right, bro. Sí, guys, questions. I found the Alma. All right, we have people that you guys can take all of this in Spanish. See, Alma, you should join Spanish. But anyway, next week we're gonna have more organization. But anyway, questions. You can ask me questions. Otherwise, we're gonna finish with this because we more than anything we gotta be on time. If we said we're gonna start it's the 7:45 and we're gonna finish 7:45, we have to do that. I have 1 minute for any questions. Marisol, any questions? You can unmute yourself. Galo, any questions, brother? Galo, you are junior or Galo senior?
Papá.
Sí, buenas, estoy aquí.
¿Quién es
Buenas
Galo?
noches.
¿El señor?
Estoy bien, gracias a Dios.
All right, bro.
Ah,
All right.
ya.
Questions. Okay, guys, if there is no questions, we're gonna finish right now because it's 8:45, and be ready for next week. But please let me know, guys. I covered the one in English, but remember we have different, let's say, different training rooms. And we're gonna have next week a little. All right, guys. Let me do this. Okay, guys. Let me see. Aquí tengo esto. This how we're gonna train.
Excuse me, I have a question, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't know what is that because I didn't put in too much attention. It's a little bit. I'm sorry, but I stay in my house now. I working, but I back to home now. I didn't saw my question is correct or no. But you told for the kids and say for the insurance, all right?
Yes.
Okay. It's an example. I have 2 kids. My son is 14 years. He's in football. But my little girl is in the gymnastics. For my the insurance, what you do in this? In this? process and the kids and the sports. This is so very hard for me when you say when looking for the insurance when it's has three different and it's a premium and I don't remember well.
Mhm.
And they qualify in this or what you're doing now.
Yeah,
You understand?
you know the best way to do it is you know having um let's say having a Zoom meeting with you and go over all the options that we have, and obviously there is what we call suitability. Suitability means that we're gonna get something suitable to you and your family. And just to answer the question, eh, this guy Robert Kiyosaki says kids, they are liabilities. Why? Because they take money out of your pocket, and that's why
Oh,
we need to protect the kids for more than 15,000 life insurance protection, and they should be inside your policy. You don't need separate policies because it's gonna cost you a lot more. But what we can do is something simple. Who recruit you or who invite you to this?
This is
oh,
Alma's recruiter, Raul.
Okay, all right, awesome, awesome. What we're gonna do, we're gonna sit down with you, obviously via Zoom, and we're gonna help you to understand exactly, you know, what is the best plan for you and your family, and for other families too. But look at this, just to close and with, it's like going to school, class 101, class 201, 301, 401, 501. Our crusade of the company, we need to know where we're coming from. We need to know where we're coming from. We're coming from you know, the injustice that the agent did on R. Williams' father. And obviously the crusade is by a term and invest the difference. And second, we're doing on the other room, understanding the compensation. How do you can make money through America? Next week, we're gonna cover how do you can get a fast start. How do you can start, you know, fast and get promoted to district leader within a week. And obviously, what does recruiting means inside of America? A recruit is not a recruit until you recruit a recruit under them. We're gonna stop here because we're gonna respect your time, and we're recording all of this, you know, for future trainings. Thank you very much, guys. God bless you. Have a great night, and God bless you again.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
Have a nice night.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Thank you, guys. Good night.